Hello, people. So I'm still working on this sweater and I'm working basically on the first sleeve. It's going to be the same design as for the one that I'm wearing, and right now I'm just in between filming the tutorial. So I just want to make this sleeve and then be able to proceed to the next step basically. And I thought that it would be fun to come and jump here and hang out with you. And I think I have it's left for me to do maybe like, I was measuring just before I came here and it was something like this left. So not that many, but I think we will do few rows together and then I will try on just to check. Anyone else who is crocheting or taking a break or working on some crafts? Yeah, it actually went very well. Let me grab and I can actually show you. But it did take like, I think a couple of hours at least. So here are the things that I made. It's kind of like meat pocket thingy, and it's pretty much like Latvian pastry, and normally it's a savory pastry, but you can basically also add in apples or whatever. So this is how it looks once you open it or break it open, and normally you would put in like some sort of bacon or something like that, but I just found like fake meat basically to add in. But it went well. And yeah, they are quite good. I was using my grandma's recipe and it's super nice, and I think I was pretty close actually to how it tastes when she makes it. Maybe I should have used some more flour, because it felt like it wasn't as thick, maybe, I don't know, but like the dough was super nice actually to work with it, but it felt like it was maybe melting a little bit too much and not rising as much, but it went like it turned out quite well. And after I was done, we went for a walk and then we came back, and when I went back in our apartment, it literally smelled like my grandma's place. So that's nice, really cozy. But yeah, otherwise it went well. I was surprised actually, and I sent some photos to her and she was quite proud. But I did eat too many of them, I would say. Hey! But yeah, I wanted to come back because I was just crocheting on my sofa and watching Big Bang Theory, and I realized that I'm very close to finishing this sleeve, and why not do it here since the previous stream was kind of a mess. So yeah, but I don't think it will take me too long to actually finish this one, so I think we are all good. And I'm starting to think that I actually prefer streaming on my phone rather than computer. I don't know. then I also don't feel like I have to stress so much about like having the extra camera or whatever, but I also think my setup isn't quite right yet, and I don't feel like I'm that tech savvy, but hopefully I will figure it out soon. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. But yeah, it's just recently when I started to try out streaming a little bit more, and I actually think it's quite fun. I feel like I can connect with you guys a lot better, and sometimes when I don't have a specific video planned, then I feel like it's just nice to also come here, because I do like, maybe sometimes when someone is working on yeah, crochet content, there's a lot of work that goes into in background that you don't notice about, so maybe this is actually nice to share how it's going. And I'm crocheting basically the same sweater that I'm wearing. It's just that this will be maybe a little bit more fitted. It's different color. I'm also using different type of yarn, so that's another thing. But it will be nice and cozy mesh sweater. And yeah, the sleeve should be done pretty soon. Sometimes when you're using like chunky yarn, and in this case I'm using 6mm hook, so it's even bigger, and when you use such large tools, it works up super quickly. And yeah, I was saying before, but this sweater, I started to work on it last night, so it's been barely 24 hours since I even started the project, and it's not like I slept in between. I baked my pastry thingies, I went for a walk, I did other things and so on, so it's not like I've been doing it non-stop, but yeah, it works up super quickly. Thanks. Thank you so much. And actually I think I will finish this row, then I will show you how it looks for a reference, and we will be able to see how many exactly is left to do, and maybe I can also place in some stitch marker just so I remember where exactly we will start the countdown from. Oh, that's great. I think, yeah, magic ring, that's one of the like secret hacks almost, but it's such a handy tip. I feel like, yeah, actually like quite few people have told me this, that sometimes they just go back to one of my granny square tutorials where I have used it and just use it as a reference, but magic ring is truly super nice hack or tip or whatever. That's nice that more people are also crocheting. The spider web shirt, I actually wanted to do it for Halloween this year, but by the time I realized that I want to do it and that like how much time it would make me, I realized I just don't have enough time, so I kind of didn't do it, and I kind of boxed it up for a future video. But yeah, I haven't yet, but it's on my plan, and I started to like draft some sketches for how it could look and what kind of stitches to use, but I feel like it's actually quite simple, as you could just work in rounds, but no, I haven't done it yet. Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe I will do it next year, but I could try to prepare it in advance even. But yeah, by the time I realized it was too late. But I will do it. I started to recently organize my ideas a little bit better, and maybe this is not like a groundbreaking revelation, but I made a Trello board where I'm just posting all the ideas that I have of what I could crochet. So I will just make sure to add it to that list as well. Alright, I'm finishing this row and then I will try it on. I feel like I forgot to do it for a while. I've been crocheting for like 3 years. I think it's since I've been quite active with like all the tutorials and doing more things on my own, and I think I started like maybe 4 years ago. I don't know, it's hard to tell. I feel like I'm losing track of time sometimes as well, but here it is. This is how far we are, so I think we are getting close to where we should be, and I just want to try it on and also show you the progress and maybe leave some stitch markers so we can note better where we have to be. And it is quite tight, I would say, but I will be blocking it out anyways, and I wanted a little bit more like fitted version, so it will be fine. And I think like around here it's actually not that tight, and the arm here you can also see we are getting a bit of a bell sleeve effect kind of, but with blocking it will definitely grow. And this is where I am right now, and it already feels like good length, but I think it's not that many left. I think we just need 3 more rows basically, or maybe 4, so it goes a little bit over. And then I will also add like a tiny border, the same thing that I did here with these picot stitches. But tell me what you think. I think it's quite nice. To be honest, maybe I should have made it a little bit bigger, but I don't know. I think it will be okay, especially after blocking, because I was thinking the same thing about this one, I think, but it does use like thicker yarn, and maybe that's why it's also turning out bigger. But when I blocked it, it also became a little bit larger. So I think, let's do 3 more rows and then we will measure again. And I will just leave a stitch marker just to remind myself where we are starting these. Thanks. So we are starting from here, and now I will just add 3 more rows of this, and then we will check again how it looks. But it should be good. But yeah, there will be a tutorial as well, so stay tuned for that. I will make sure to publish it soon. Because it goes super quickly. You mean in total or just now for the remaining ones? Because I would have to count. I was counting at some point, but now I have forgotten. And thank you for all the hearts. My dream? I'm not even sure. I don't know. I just wanna live independently without being pressured of doing things I don't want to do. Like right now, I really want to build my crochet to the level where I can take it as my full-time job and just focus on being creative, on doing things like this. So that's kind of my dream. Then besides that, I would like to travel more, spend more time in different countries where I haven't been, maybe do like a winter hibernating traveling at some point, because it's a bit depressing to be in north during winter, especially. Summers are amazing, but winters are a bit tough. But yeah, I just wanna find something where I can have more time for myself and just be able to support myself without being tied to a job that I might not even like that much. Okay, December 3rd, that's very soon. But what kind of materials are you using? Because that's also a difference. So in my case, I'm using this yarn, which is quite thick. And it suggests to use a 6mm hook, but I would say that it also would work with the 5mm hook. So I could have gone with actually using just 5mm hook, but anyway, so it is quite thick, and the rows that I'm building and the stitches, they are bigger maybe if you are using smaller materials. But let me actually count, because I think it's a good reference for myself as well. So this is where I started to actually work on the sleeve. So I will start counting the rows from this part here. And in total I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 actually. So yeah, I think with 32 we will be done almost, or I will try on and then we will see where we are. But are you also working on a raglan, or is it just like a panel type of project? Because then it's also a bit different. But like these, for me, like I don't even need motivation, because they are just coming together super quickly. I haven't even spent that much time to work on them. And as I said, I only started on this project yesterday evening, and part of it was like filming tutorial, which always takes a little bit extra time. So like explaining everything and so on. Size 6 hook. Let me just Google, because one thing that I'm sometimes getting confused is, or not confused, I basically know I use millimeters for figuring out the sizes of hook. But I think size 6 is the same as size 6mm, isn't it? I think I was looking at it. No, I'm wrong. size 6 is 1.75 millimeters? That doesn't sound right. 1.6. Yeah, I'm quite bad with US conversion in particular. Okay, that's cool. Then it cannot be 1.7 millimeters. Um, I'm just trying to figure out things. 1.6, that's very small hook, isn't it? Then I'm like really surprised that it's going up so quickly. Well done. Yeah, that's a very tiny hook. Like now that I have worked on like using 6 millimeter hook, it would be like, I don't know, I imagine feeling like going back to a sewing needle almost. But that's very, very fast, I would say. For me, it would, I feel like at least it would definitely take a lot longer with such a small size. Okay, so third row, I'm starting it now, and then I will try it on again. So we can measure if that is enough or if I should add one more, I think. Because like each row for me is approximately 1 centimeter in. Okay, then I really don't understand what it is. Okay, then that's fine. What was I saying? Yeah, one row for me is approximately 1 centimeter in length, which would be like 0.7 inches, maybe. I don't know. I know that 1 inch is 2.5 centimeters. Approximately. Hello, hello. Alright, I'm getting close to connecting and we will try it on. Just a second. me go in here. I will connect. And yeah. Okay, let's try it on. We have done 3 rows from when I said that we will do 3 more rows. And now we can check again what is the actual fitting, so we don't do too little or too many. Okay, let me get up. So this is how it's looking so far. So I think it's quite nice. It just sits like just over my wrist already. And if I do it like this or like this, it's still fine. So even with some blocking, if I stretch it just a little bit, it would already be quite good. So, okay. I feel like we are actually good. And this happened super fast. I didn't expect that it will go that fast. And maybe I should have started to stream a little bit earlier. But anyway, now we will add a border also around the sleeve, and it will just be one simple row. So let's do it together. And the border, I think I showed it already before, but if anyone is new or just joined now, then let me show. So I will be doing just like single crochet stitches and then pivot stitches on every second single crochet. So that is what we are going to do. And that should work up very, very fast. And it's actually many people who are here. I'm also quite pleasantly surprised about that. I didn't expect. But it's nice to see you here. Hope that there are also some new faces, and I hope that you will stay around. That would be nice. Yay! Alright, let's do it. So I will just add border and then one last final try on. And just let me know if there is anyone who wants to see a tutorial for doing a pivot stitch, so I can also explain it now while I have you here. Okay, so let me also figure out what's the easiest way to show it in my camera. I'll just try to move it closer. And basically, okay, I need to turn a little bit. So basically, when doing single crochets, in my case, I'm doing one single crochet I did here at the start and then one here in the gap space. And now when I'm doing the next one on top of this double crochet stitch, I'm like, once I'm done with the single crochet, I'm then chaining 3, so 1, 2 and 3 like this. So this is right after the single crochet stitch that I just did, and then I'm going through this front stitch in front of the single crochet and then another loop that is right below. So basically it's kind of like the V shape in front of this stitch. So it looks like this once I go through it. It's just like the 2 loops that are in the very front of the single crochet. And then I'm grabbing yarn and pulling it through and kind of like doing a slip stitch like this. I hope it made sense. I can try to do it again. It's maybe a little bit difficult since I don't have like a camera that looks over my hands, but I hope you could see something. If not, I will just show again or try, attempt. And it kind of like adds a nice little bump on top of it. I did the same thing. I'm not sure if you guys joined for the previous stream. Okay, great. I was doing coasters and I did these picot stitches on top of some of the stitches around the border, and it kind of made them look a little bit like snowflakes. So that's something for inspiration. And I actually have a coaster tutorial scheduled also on my channel, and right now it's just available as an early access video if you're part of my membership thingy. But what I wanted to say, yeah, I also have a snowflake tutorial or snowflake granny square on my channel, and someone in the comment section actually mentioned that instead of doing 3 chains for the picot stitch, they did 4, and that made the bump to be more pronounced. So you can even do more of these chains as you are doing them, because it might look nicer or give kind of like a different touch. But yeah, I'm glad that it made sense. And maybe I can grab those snowflakes, not snowflakes, coasters, and I can show them to you in just a bit. I have them by my sofa. I should start actually bringing the projects here. We are kind of like building a crochet corner for myself, and maybe I should stop being like messy all around the apartment and having my yarn and everything all around the place. But that's not that easy. So if today I managed to actually do the whole body part of this sweater, and I'm just finishing this sleeve, then tomorrow to finish the other sleeve, that's just like a piece of cake, I feel like. All right. How far I am? Yeah, just these stitches left to do. Not that many at all. Now I'm feeling a bit sad that I have to wait for tomorrow to continue filming this tutorial, because I always like to show in between, like, oh, here I finished one sleeve, now I'm starting with the next one, now we have to do this and that. So I like to show how it looks in between, and I want to get like a proper daylight instead of being like filming myself in dark. But I was also thinking maybe I could just do it with my ring light, it's not that bad. But yeah, in between, like while filming tutorials, I also try to do some Instagram content, and then for that I do want to have a little bit better light, because Instagram is like you have to look almost perfect or whatever. But we are getting there. And I think actually, because for this white sweater that I'm wearing, when I was blocking it, I was mostly focusing on actually making it longer, because I tried to use less yarn, not less, but somehow, I don't know why, I made my sleeves a little bit short. Maybe I, uh, I don't know, maybe I was just rushing or whatever, but I wanted to try out steam blocking, so that was kind of done also on purpose. But yeah, so when I was blocking it, I tried to make all the parts longer, but I think for this one I will actually try to make it wider instead. And I think it will be fun to report back how it's turning out. But it should work just in the same way, because the stitches are stretching no matter what, like all directions. Okay, final stitches, just few left here, and we will be able to check how it looks. Yeah, so I did steam blocking, and that was actually for the very first time when I did it. And I can honestly say that I don't block my projects that often. And the main reason for that is that I'm a little bit lazy, especially with when it comes to wet blocking. I feel like it takes, like sometimes when you're working on a big project, it already takes quite a lot of time to finish it. And then if you want to do wet blocking, it gives you another 2 to 3 days for it to actually dry completely. So that's why I wanted to try out steam blocking, and for that I was just using my steamer. I tried it out for the first time actually on this. I was a bit worried that I might ruin it, but it turned out super great. It was super easy. It took me only like 30 minutes or so, and everything was dry and I was able to wear it right away. So I do have a video on my channel. You can check it out. I feel like it's good, and yeah, I feel like it's good. There are some things you can like keep in mind or kind of like pre-consider. For example, some yarns that are like this one is acrylic. So the reason why I was scared was because I was thinking that maybe I will ruin it, or maybe I will ruin the stitches, and because like acrylic is basically plastic, and I think it's not 100% acrylic, but there was some like percentage of wool. But anyway, acrylic is plastic, so plastic melts in heat, and if I overheat it, then it can just burn basically. So that was why I was worried. So I did mention that in the video as well. So that's one thing that you should keep in mind. And also for like acrylic yarn, what at least I found out from my research is that sometimes the blocking effect might not last, or I think maybe vice versa. Anyway, but I feel like it has lasted for me. You will see the difference in the video as well. Like the sleeves before were somewhere like this in length, and then I managed to stretch them out quite a lot. But you can also check the like the instructions on the yarn. So for example, here I have some cotton yarn, and it says that it's good for being ironed, so it should definitely be good for steam blocking as well. For this yarn that I have here and that I also have here, it says that it shouldn't be ironed, but I feel like iron is also different from the steamer. It doesn't give this, it's just a steam. And maybe if there is an option on your steamer to go a little bit lower, that's good too. But it worked well, and I felt like it was super easy. I know that some people prefer wet blocking because I don't even know why, but they feel like it's working up a little bit better. I know that one girl that I follow on TikTok, she just posted like a I think, yeah, a steaming blocking outcome, and somehow she had stretched out one part more than the other, but and then she was saying that she could go back and do wet blocking, but I also felt like she could just do the steam blocking one more time, but I don't know. I didn't check back on that, but it worked well for me, and yeah, I'm super happy with that. And the fact that it's so quick and you can just stretch it with your hands in the way that you wish, and you don't need like more equipment, and it doesn't take that long, I think that's good as well. But I finished the border, so let's try it on one more time. I will remove the stitch marker that I have. I just got lost in the stitches. So the sleeve is completed. Yeah, I will need to block it for sure, because I feel like now it feels like it's too tight, but it's not that tight anyway. So here it is. I feel like this is actually perfect length and perfect fitting. So yeah, the sleeve is completed, and it took me less than I thought. So actually, now that I checked the watch or time, it's quite late for me. It's like, yeah, 11 p.m. But anyway, this was fun. I will do another stream tomorrow morning, and I will start working on this second sleeve. So definitely tomorrow this will be done. If I will have some more time, maybe I will jump back again and just do it together with you. But yeah, this is such a fun project, and I'm super excited actually to finish this tutorial and to also share it with you. And yeah, I know that many of you asked, and I feel like this is such a nice and easy, satisfying project to be working on, because who would have thought that you can just make a sweater in 2 days, basically. But yeah, that was it. Thanks for joining, and if you are new here, then remember that you can subscribe to my channel, support me by watching my videos, giving me thumbs up, and things like that. And if you want, you can also consider joining my membership page. That would be super nice too. But anyway, I'm always happy that you are just here, and I hope you also had some fun, and I hope to see you soon in my next stream. So yeah, thank you and see you. Bye.